Friends, I spent a lot of time making this video, so please put a like before you continue watching. You all know that most tokens are first listed on DEX exchanges and then only on large centralized exchanges, and the biggest tokens are made during initial purchases, even before the listings. In this video, I decided to share the information that until today could be found only in private or on training. This is an instruction on how to buy tokens by bot at the very beginning of their life at the lowest price to make such results. Here I had about 50 excess in the peak, and here in general with $20–30 I managed to earn more than $8,000. All this included two things. One, it is the possession of some information about the token listing, and two, buying by bot. Because it was thanks to this that my transactions were the first, and from the get-go it gave tens of X's, and if the project develops and gives other buyers 2–3 X's, then multiply tens of X's in these 2–3 times pi, get already hundreds of X's. By the way, you can also use this and earn money. Here is an example. I gave the address of the token contract I bought in my Insights group, and one of my subscribers bought it with a bot and made about 10 XS in a day or two. Good result. I think it's great. By the way, everyone who is my referral today on the Bybit exchange, in addition to regular promos from me personally and free trading education, I add to my group with Insights. Let's get to the instructions. Today, the most popular and reliable bot in the network Binance, Ether, and Arbitrum is Maestro Sniper Bot. How is Maestro Sniper Bot? Maestro Sniper Bot is a Telegram bot that has many mechanics for working with tokens in the three blockchains available today: BSC, ETH, ARB. In Maestro Sniper Bot, you can create a wallet or integrate your wallet previously created, for example in MetaMask. It is very important to understand that adding a wallet implies transferring access to your wallet to Maestro Sniper Bot, or creating a new wallet in Maestro Sniper Bot similarly gives full access to the wallet. But there have been no scam precedents over the years. You just need to understand this and do not add your main wallet there. It is better to create a new one inside and save just a passphrase for the possibility of unfolding it in the same MetaMask if needed. By default, Maestro Sniper Bot free. There is a premium version that costs $200 a month. We will talk about it closer to the end, but I will say right away, in 95% of situations it is enough to use the free version. Maestro Sniper Bot instructions. Let's start with the installation and configuration of Maestro Sniper Bot. By the link from the description of this video, you go to the account of this bot in Telegram. To start using it, you need to subscribe to their informational groups in Telegram. Confirm that you are a human and it's done. By the way, for your convenience, I made a separate Telegram channel with instructions on the bot in text format, where you can ask questions in the comments and you will definitely be answered. After that, we see the menu button at the bottom left. You can click on it and click on /sniper. It will open the main menu of the bot. The Wallets section is the section with our wallets. Click C3 blockchains. Select the necessary one, for example Binance Smart Chain. Get to the section with the main wallet. We see that by default no wallet is connected. We can either click Connect Wallet to connect by SID Ferries or private key previously created, or Generate Wallet to generate a new wallet. We will do so. Click and see the public address of the wallet, the private key of the wallet, and SID phrase of 12 words. Then it needs to be configured. Go to config. I will go through all the points, and those that I will customize, and the rest I will comment on, but customize enough only what I will customize in the process. Anti-rug. This is protection from rug pull. When, for example, admins take liquidity out of the token or turn off the ability to sell the token or send your wallet to the blacklist, a bot with increased gas to get ahead of the transaction rug will try to sell your tokens automatically. Smart slippage is slippage. You can see what it is in another video on my channel. Smart slippage is the selection of automatic slippage, taking into account commissions in the token and volatility. We must turn it on. In case we buy on liquidity flood, I recommend to set slippage not less than 75%, but we will talk about it when we get to it. Degen mode. Do not turn it on. It is not our story. Semi-private TX. It makes sense to enable only if the token without commissions to buy sell. bypassing the so-called sandwich bots to exclude the situation. If you buy, there are sandwich bots that make a purchase before you and sell after your purchase, thus cutting off part of the potential profit. The option is not mandatory. Similarly for max gas price, slippage, and max gas limit, they are not necessary. If we put up a summit slippage, we leave them as they are. 3 settings: buy, sell, and approve. Start with approve. There should be a check mark. If it is checked, immediately after the purchase will be approved for sale, but not the sale itself. It is necessary so that at the moment when you need to sell, there was no loss of time for approve. If you buy a token not for the purpose of selling it in the bot, but for example to transfer it to another wallet, you can turn off the approve. Gas price for approve can also be set manually if necessary. BUY section: check the auto buy checkbox. This is an automatic purchase. If you check auto buy, it is the fastest way to buy a token without any pauses. Confirm trade buy is an additional buy confirmation to avoid wasting time on it. Is disabled by default. Do buy allows you to buy back token drawdowns. I personally have never used it, only buying from the start or according to exact parameters. Below are the parameters for a more accurate purchase on the parameters of interest. If our task is to buy the token first, we do not put anything additional. Gas price can be changed at will, but there are no problems with the default one. We go back a step and go to sell. There is similarly a confirmation of sale, which is turned off, auto sell on reaching the parameters below, and trailing sell, which is an additional setting for auto sell and allows you to move stop loss parameters higher in case of a positive price change. For the basic setting, we leave everything off. The BNB Edge is responsible for withdrawing BNB tokens from the wallet, and the tokens button is responsible for withdrawing other tokens. Balance is a separate tool in Maestro that allows you to monitor the balance of all tokens on your wallet. But I personally use Etherscan bot, which allows you to keep track of your wallets, what comes to them, what goes to them, and so on, and allows you to track changes in the value of tokens according to specified parameters. I highly recommend it. We will add a link to it and text instructions in the group. The multi-wallet section allows you to add more wallets. In the free version, you can add 2 more wallets to buy 3 wallets at once. This is necessary when there is a limit on the number of tokens per wallet and you are confident in the token and realize that the more you buy it, the more you will earn. Other wallets will perform similar actions. By default, multi-token is disabled. To quickly go to the main menu, again press menu sniper and the second section for the mandatory configuration of call channels. Go to the desired blockchain. DLA section. This is an app on that has a higher priority than the basic settings and a greater choice of functionality. We also configure it necessarily and select tracker. Multi-buy is off if we buy only from one wallet. Here we see the wallet from which we buy. By the way, if multi-buy is switched off but we have more wallets, we can specify it here by clicking and changing it to another one. We do not touch it now. Auto buy is switched on. Smart slippage too. Necessarily in buy amount, we write the purchase amount in BNB on which the purchase will be made. At will, it is possible to set other parameters. All. Now, if you send the contact address of the token and it can be bought, the bot will automatically buy the specified amount of token to the selected wallet or wallets, and then you see live the execution of these transactions. First purchase, then approve if it is auto approve, and a new window will fall out. Monitors. Here you can track the change in the price of tokens. You can also sell tokens fully or partially, or set parameters when reaching which the sale will be made or buy more tokens. You can also enable or disable anti-rack. And in general, this monitor unites all previously made purchases, and you can call it at any time by pressing menu monitor. Let's move on to 2 more sections. Copy trade allows you to make similar sales purchases by following wallet, your own or someone else's, for example, in whom you are confident. For example, your friend plans to buy a token at the start, and you cannot set it all up and at the time of purchase to throw the address of the token. The bot will automatically buy and sell. That will buy and sell the wallet following. The God mod section is the most interesting, because it allows you to make the biggest X's. My subscriber made 1011x on the token. By the way, her interview about this transaction can be seen in this video on the channel. So here we click. Also choose the network. There are 2 buttons, config and edge your mod. In the section Config, we see already familiar to us settings. It is not necessary to fill it out because we can do it later in each new year mod. But if you often use year mod, it makes sense to prescribe the basic settings to manually each time a new one is not to enter them. Now we will leave them unchanged. Go back and click Add New Year Mod, insert the address of the contract which we plan to buy on the listing. Again, we're to take the address of the contract. Most often it is private or thematic groups. I discounted the address of the contract token thing token, which first conducts IDO presale on PinkCell accordingly. The address of the contract can be taken there and how to participate in IDO on PinkCell you can also see in my past video on the token thing. By the way, everyone who participated in IDO made 12x's. In general, insert the contract address and see the following set of settings. Wallet from which the purchase will be made, next to multi-if from several. Gas price. There is a default value, but you can try to beat the competition by setting the gas higher. Turbo mode is only available in the paid version. We will talk about it later. Next is the most interesting part. Liquidity is the parameter that made it possible to make 11 tokens in the above example. When liquidity was poured into the contract, the year mod automatically bought tokens. Here we select the liquidity method, check the SNP liquidity checkbox, and specify the purchase amount. Next method, if the contract is closed for buying, even if the liquidity is filled. We can be the first if we find out which method will open the purchase, for example. By pressing SNP method, the bot will analyze the token contract and will give all the methods found. As a rule, developers sign the methods to avoid confusion, and if we see something like start sale, there is a high probability that exactly when this method is called by the developer, sales will be opened, and our bot will make a purchase when the developer does it. Similarly, here you can specify the amount that will be purchased. You can specify both a buy by method and a buy by liquidity SNP. Auto is a way for a bot to buy when it sees that a contract can be sold. That is, liquidity is filled, purchases are open, and sales are available. It is important that it will not work if the commission in the token is more than 25%. Turbo mode, I position it as a kind of assistant that will think through everything for you, find the necessary method, and start your transaction with the fastest possible set of parameters. Some of these parameters can also be understood in the primitive mode by pressing the Simulate button for further manual customization. In general, that's all. A little later I will give recommendations. Earlier the cost of PrivateCo was $200, and in the first week, when I was actively running it, people had the ability to recoup the costs and come out in the plus with the combination of knowledge on the use of Maestro Sniper bot and information on leafing tokens. My recommendations: 1. I still recommend practicing in the BSC network because it is an inexpensive gas network, and try to buy, for example, the contract address of some stable token, maybe even USD, although it is better to still change the value and better understand the work of the monitor. For example, to buy a token bone, it is by the way an analog of the token BNB but for the blockchain from the team Shiba Inu, on it by the way in private. I did the same instruction and we participated in the purchase by bought one of the very first tokens in the whole blockchain at its launch. You can see the results there. 2. Recommendation is to go through and practice on all the mandatory points that were voiced in this video. Namely, buy any token, sell it partially, understand the result, transfer it to another wallet, try to customize the sale by price change, buy again, and see how the bot works. Find a token in the monitor if it is closed, try to change the gas and buy with custom settings, draw conclusions. Then on PinkCell find a token that will be leafing, try to buy it for $1 or an insignificant amount of money by Sniper, make at least 3-4 attempts such. Find out all the problems that can happen to you, and only when you understand exactly what you are doing and what should be a successful result, think about playing a big game. That's it for sure. And if the video was useful, put a like, and thank you all for your attention and good luck on this path.